Hey everyone, as today marks the birth anniversary of Sir William Butler Yeats, so we are gathered here to learn about him deeply. A grand tribute to William Butler Yeats, poet of the soul, architect of Irish literary identity. William Butler Yeats stands among the greatest poets in the English language, a towering literary figure whose works traverse mysticism, nationalism, love, aging, and the central struggle between the material and the spiritual. His poetry is not merely written, it is lived, breathed, and steeped in the deep cultural consciousness of Ireland. To write about Yeats is not simply to recount the life of a poet, it is to explore the evolution of modern literature itself. His birth and early life. William Butler Yeats was born on June 13, 1865, in Sandymount, Dublin, Ireland, into a family that was intellectually vibrant and artistically inclined. His father, John Butler Yeats, was a well known portrait painter, while his mother, Susan Mary Pollexfen, came from a wealthy merchant family in County Sligo. This dual influence of artistic creativity and cultural rootedness would deeply shape Yeats' sensibilities. Yeats spent much of his childhood between Dublin and Sligo, the latter of which he regarded as the true home of his imagination. The landscapes of Sligo, the glades, mountains, and folklore became recurring motifs in his poetry. From an early age, he was exposed to Irish myths, legends, and supernatural tales, which later infused his literary works with a mystical and symbolic depth. His academic life. Yeats' academic journey was not marked by exceptional scholastic brilliance in the conventional sense, but it was deeply formative. He attended the Godolphin School in London and later the Metropolitan School of Art in Dublin. Initially inclined toward painting like his father, Yeats soon discovered that his true calling lay in literature. During his academic years, Yeats began to immerse himself in poetry, philosophy, and occult studies. He was particularly influenced by romantic poets such as Shelley and Blake. However, unlike many of his contemporaries, Yeats did not confine himself to Western literary traditions. He also explored Eastern philosophies, spiritualism, and mysticism, which played a crucial role in shaping his worldview. His literary career. William Butler Yeats' literary career spanned over 5 decades and evolved through distinct phases. His early poetry was characterized by dreamy romanticism, lyrical beauty, and an intense fascination with Irish mythology and folklore. Works such as The Wanderings of Oisin reflect his deeply engagement with Celtic legends. As Yeats matured, his poetry underwent a transformation. The mystical and romantic elements gradually gave way to a more grounded, symbolic, and modernist style. His involvement in the Irish literary revival positioned him as a central figure in the cultural awakening of Ireland. He co founded the Abbey Theatre, which became a cornerstone of Irish drama. In his middle phase, Yeats' poetry began to reflect political realities and nationalistic fervor. Poems like Easter 1916 captured the emotional complexity of Ireland's struggle for independence. His famous line, "A terrible beauty is born," encapsulates the paradox of revolutionary change. In his later years, Yeats' poetry reached unparalleled depth and intensity. Themes of aging, mortality, and philosophical inquiry became prominent. Works such as The Tower in 1928 and The Winding Stair in 1933 showcase a poet at the height of his intellectual and artistic powers. His poem Sailing to Byzantium stands as a masterpiece of metaphysical reflection. Personal life. Yeats' personal life was marked by passion, longing, and complexity. One of the most significant influences in his life was Maud Gonne, an Irish revolutionary and actress. Yeats fell deeply in love with her, but his love remained largely unrequited. He proposed to her multiple times, only to be rejected each time. This unfulfilled love became a central theme in many of his poems. In 1917, Yeats married Georgie Heidi Lees, who played a vital role in his life, particularly through her practice of automatic writing. This mystical collaboration greatly influenced Yeats' later works, including his philosophical treatise of vision. Their marriage, though unconventional, was intellectually enriching and emotionally supportive. Close associates and relationships. Yeats was deeply embedded in a network of literary and cultural figures who shaped and influenced his work. Among his close associates were Lady Gregory, a playwright and folklorist who collaborated with Yeats in founding the Abbey Theatre. Their partnership was instrumental in the Irish literary revival. Another significant figure was J.M. Singh, whose plays Yeats supported and promoted. Yeats also interacted with Ezra Pound, who served as his secretary for a period and influenced his transition toward modernist poetry. His relationship with Maud Gonne, though romantic in nature, also had political and ideological dimensions. Gonne's revolutionary zeal deeply impacted Yeats' views on Irish nationalism, philosophical and religious beliefs. Yeats was not confined to any single philosophical or religious doctrine. His beliefs were an eclectic blend of mysticism, occulticism, and spiritual exploration. He was a member of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, where he studied esoteric traditions and symbolism. His philosophical outlook was deeply influenced by cyclical theories of history and the interplay of opposing forces. In our vision, Yeats presents a complex system of thought involving gears which symbolize the cyclical nature of human history and consciousness. Political involvement. Yeats was not merely a poet but also an active participant in Ireland's political life. He served as a senator in the Irish Free State from 1922 to 1928. His political views were nuanced and often controversial, reflecting his struggle to reconcile artistic integrity with national identity. While he supported Irish independence, he was critical of certain aspects of nationalism and remained wary of political extremism. His poetry often reflects this tension between idealism and realism. Achievements and recognition. In 1923, William Butler Yeats was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature, becoming the first Irishman to receive this honor. The Nobel Committee recognized his inspired poetry, which in a highly artistic form gives expression to the spirit of a whole nation. Yeats' achievements extend beyond poetry. His role in establishing the Abbey Theatre and his contributions to Irish cultural identity are monumental. He was not just a literary figure but a cultural architect. His death. William Butler Yeats passed away on January 28, 1939, in Menton, France. His death marked the end of an era in literature. Initially buried in France, his remains were later moved to Drumcliff, County Sligo, as per his wishes. His epitaph, taken from one of his poems, reads: Cast a cold eye on life, on death, horsemen pass by. These lines reflect the stoic and philosophical acceptance of mortality that defined his later works. His legacy. The legacy of William Butler Yeats is immense and enduring. He is widely regarded as one of the greatest poets of the 20th century. His works continue to be studied, analyzed, and celebrated across the world. Yeats' influence extends beyond literature into cultural and political spheres. He played a pivotal role in shaping modern Irish identity and inspiring future generations of writers and thinkers. His poetry, rich in symbolism and emotional depth, continues to resonate with readers, offering insights into the human condition. Whether exploring love, nationalism, spirituality, or mortality, Yeats speaks to universal truths that transcend time and place. Conclusion. William Butler Yeats was not merely a poet. He was a visionary who transformed a personal experience into universal art. His life was a journey through love, loss, mysticism, and national identity. His works remain a testament to the power of poetry to capture the essence of human existence. In remembering Yeats, we do not simply honor a literary figure, we celebrate a mind that dared to explore the deepest mysteries of life and gave them form through words that continue to inspire generations. Thank you.